Welcome to another Cardano update. Like always, make sure to check out our YouTube memberships and our Patreon if you want access to all of our charts and if you want access to our daily Discord updates and our chats and everything else. And yeah, speaking of the updates, we just posted like a million of them yesterday, so check out the memberships because they are only like $5 and you get access to a bunch of stuff. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Cardano is currently going up. However, I do not really trust this move yet because this could turn into a much bigger ABC structure, and that would look something like, well, let me go on the daily for this, I guess. That could look something like this: A, B, and then C, and we go to like 38 cents. Obviously that's not very bullish, but it could happen. And if we do not get, first let me talk about these 5 waves, because these 5 waves happened yesterday and I was giving you updates on the Discord server, and it's somewhere around here, and I was basically telling you that if we get 5 waves, the chances of us bottoming in the 4th wave right here will actually, increase. And I mean, it looks like we bottomed. We got exactly to the 0.618 support level, and then we bounced and we have 5 waves up. So this could be this could be a first wave of the 5th wave right here, which means that right now we need an ABC to the downside, and the support for that is between 95.7 cents and 85.4 cents. If we drop below the 0.618 extension, the last chance to bounce would be at the main support level, the 50% support level, and if we do not manage to bounce here, we would break below the bull market support band again, and we will most likely invalidate this whole setup. And if we invalidate the 4th wave move to the downside right here, that would not be bullish, because that would put us at about 67 cents to maybe test the 0.786 support level, and we do not really want to see that because this is the last support zone, and usually we do not want to see the price go below the 0.618 and below the bull market support band. So yeah, we should stay above these lows if we actually want to stay bullish in the short term. Now, as you can see right now, we are above the bull market support band, and this is actually very bullish, because if we keep getting these pumps, and even if we do something like this for like a month or so, and if we just go sideways above the bull market support band, we are going to have a cross at some point. And when that cross happens, as you know from the previous experiences that we had with the crosses on the bull market support band, after a cross on the bull market support band, we usually get a very big bounce. And this means that if we get another cross and we are already above the bull market support band, we could get to all-time highs after that. And what do you know, I am expecting that to happen, and I'm expecting that to happen very soon. And we are still expecting a 3rd wave of the 3rd wave right now, and we are working on it. But I mean, so far we don't really have the 1st wave of the 3rd wave. We only have 4 waves so far, so we have this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 set up, and this will complete the 1st wave of the main 3rd wave move to the upside. Now let me continue with the short-term chart, because what's happening is pretty important. And let me talk about the 5 wave move that happened right here. And I gave you updates, like I said, on the Discord server. So we had a 1-2 setup which reacted to the 0.618 support level. Then we had a 3rd wave move up, and this is a bit interesting. I mean, the 4th wave move down looks a bit incomplete to me. We had a support zone for this, and we only got to the 0.236 level. And I mean, it could be in, but maybe we'll get some kind of ABC structure first for that, but maybe it's already in. Keep in mind, this is the 1-hour chart, so we cannot really expect perfect structures, but I mean, yeah, it could be a 5-wave move as well. So if it is, we should get an ABC down. If we continue going higher, then maybe we are still in the 3rd wave. I will make sure to update you as we go. And yeah, like I said, the membership is $5 and you get access to a bunch of stuff. So I mean, right now we are still trying to get above the 200% support level, well, the resistance level of the 1-2 setup that we have here. And of course the 3rd wave is in, which means that we are trying to get a 5th wave. How high does this 5th wave have to go? Well, we have to pretty much go up and up in 5 waves. It doesn't matter how high it goes, which means that it could put us, let's say, above this high right here, or even above this high right here in a more bullish scenario. And what happens after we get these 5 waves? Well, we will still need an ABC down, which could take like a week or so, maybe less, maybe like 5 days or so. So it's not going to take a lot of time, because I mean, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 setup that we have on the chart right here only took like what? Well, actually it took a month, but of course during this time Cardano was actually trying to go down because everything was going down. So once we get the ABC, it should be pretty fast in my opinion, and we should actually get this by the end of March. I think we will get this very, very soon if we actually complete the 5th wave. Like I said, if we do not complete the 5th wave, this could turn into an ABC structure, and I mean, yeah, that's not going to be bullish. And this is still a possibility because if you look at the Bitcoin chart, I mean, it got rejected by the bull market support band over here. And yes, we did react to the 200-day moving average again. And right now we are trying to get above the bull market support band. And if we do not manage to get above it, and if we get rejected again, it's actually likely that Bitcoin drops to about $75,000 to test the 50% extension for a fourth wave and the C wave of this fourth wave move down, and maybe even like $69,000. And also, not only Bitcoin, but I'm also expecting Ethereum to continue dropping because Ethereum actually reacted to the 50% support level many times, and we are still below it right now, which means that we will most likely test the next support level, and that will be 0.618, and that could drop Ethereum to about $1,789. Now, I'm not saying this will happen because we could bounce right now and we could start a fifth wave right now, and if we do, the fifth wave will most likely put us at all-time highs. Well, not most likely, it will put us at all-time highs. And I think it's only a matter of time until we complete the fourth wave, but if we get another low, you have to be prepared for that. Now, there's also the possibility that we get another low right here and Cardano does not actually drop, and that's because of the ADA Ethereum chart. And I have not talked about this chart many times, but I talked about it yesterday, and this is a very important chart, and then you go on the weekly for this. It's actually very important that Cardano tests the trend line right here, because if we do not manage to get above the trend line and try to break above the 2021 highs, it's not going to look good for Cardano on the ADA Ethereum chart because we are in a downtrend, and if we keep doing this, Cardano will go to zero at some point against Ethereum, and that's obviously not good. We have lower highs and we have lower lows, and this is not good. This is a downtrend, and like I said, we could go to zero against Ethereum if we do not break out of this pattern and if ADA does not manage to break above this high right here. So if that happens, that's obviously going to be bullish because ADA will start outperforming Ethereum, and if that happens and when that happens, also I don't know if it will happen or not, but a scenario where I could see it happening is if Ethereum drops right now and Cardano continues going up, and we could do something like this. However, you have to keep in mind there's going to be a lot of resistance here, and if we actually break above it, it could be good, but until then, we cannot really say anything about this. I also want to talk about the ADA Bitcoin chart. Like I said, the ADA Bitcoin chart is just repeating itself, and I'm still waiting for a third wave right here very soon. But there's also the possibility that we get another low in the second wave before we actually do that, because here in the previous cycle, after we had a 1-2 setup, we had a fake out to the bull market support band, and then we went below it and we got another low, and right now the exact same thing happened. We had a 1-2 setup, we had a fake out, and maybe this is a fake out, and maybe right now we drop below the bull market support band again, and we form another low or some kind of double bottom in the second wave before we get the third wave. So you have to be aware of this. I know Cardano is up quite a lot on the daily chart, but please do not get blinded right now and, look at the bigger picture. And the bigger picture is actually looking very good because from a structure point of view, we are still down here, which means that at some point Cardano will test the trend line right here. The trend line is at about $1.60, $1.70, and I think this will be tested very soon if we actually get above the 0.618 support level where we got rejected many times before. I mean, we got rejected here, so we got rejected a bunch of times, and if we actually want to do what we did right here, we have to get above it. And as you can see here, after we got above it, I mean, the road from like 25 cents to about $1.50 was extremely fast, and it happened in like a month. So once we break above the resistance level right here, Cardano will most likely get to all-time highs after that. And speaking of the all-time highs, the third wave target of the 1-2 setup, the much bigger 1-2 setup that we have, is at $2.98. Keep in mind that's the minimum target, meaning that we could overextend to the 2.272, and then I'm expecting this third wave move as always to top by the end of May. I've already explained why I think that's going to happen, which means that in May, well actually no, in June and in July, we will get the fourth wave move down, and I don't know what will happen after that. I told you, I mean, some altcoins will get a fifth wave and some will not, so I don't know if ADA will get a fifth wave, which means means that, of course, that's not financial advice, but you should most likely take some profits over here. I will take some profits over here when we get in this region. And I mean, I bought at 30 cents, so I'm pretty happy with a 10x. And I mean, Cardano is still looking good, and it's still looking like it's going to continue going up. But like I said, if we do not hold support levels and if we form some kind of ABC structure, it's obviously not going to be good. Now, you could say that the ABC structure is already in. I mean, we already got to the main 0.618 support level, and maybe you are right. But until we form these 5 waves up, I cannot confirm that the low is in. If we form these 5 waves, yes, I will finally be able to say that we have started the third wave of the third wave. But even after that, we will still need an ABC down, so this could take a couple of weeks. And I'm very bullish on Cardano. I think the altcoin season will still start by the end of March, and if it doesn't, it's going to be very bad for the crypto space, so be aware of that. I mean, this is the last chance to start it. In the previous couple of cycles, we always started it by the end of March. In the previous cycle, for example, we started it exactly at the end of March. And what do you know? I mean, there's something interesting about this here. We were also going sideways in February, just like we were doing right now. So maybe this is repeating itself. Maybe this is the exact same pattern. And if it is, we should get some kind of drop by the end of March. Of course, don't expect this drop to like happen in like 2 days. I mean, this drop right here happened in like, let's see, about 2 months. So this is gonna take some time, but we should get to like 40% on the Bitcoin dominance chart. And yeah, in the 2017 cycle, we started the altcoin season at the end of February, and in this cycle, that has not been the case, but that's okay as long as we actually started by the end of March. And like I said, if we do not, it's going to be very bad for the altcoins. I don't know if it's going to be bad for ADA, because ADA might just continue going up on its own. And keep in mind, in the previous cycle, it did just that. When Bitcoin dominance was going sideways during February, ADA was doing this over here, so it's a possibility that it just starts outperforming Bitcoin and Ethereum at the same time, and it gets to all-time highs. And then when Ethereum and Bitcoin finally start going up again, that's when they outperform Cardano. So Cardano could get to all-time highs by the end of May, and I think it will. I mean, I've been covering this chart for a very long time now, and this structure is the exact same as what we had in the previous cycle, so I have no reason to doubt, my predictions, at least not right now, because I think we are down here, and if this is true, we should get this move very, very soon. I know from the 4-year cycle point of view, I mean, exactly 4 years ago we were up here, but I'm not going to, count that. I'm just going to focus on the structure, and I'm just going to focus on Cardano getting to all-time highs by the end of May. And that's all I have. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to check out our YouTube memberships and our Patreon if you want access to all of our charts, and if you want access to our daily Discord updates. Like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.